nation braced itself for the final throes of the Civil War, thousands of spectators gathered on a muddy Pennsylvania Avenue near the U.S. Capitol to hear President Lincoln's second inaugural address. It was March 4th, 1865, a time of great uneasiness. In just 1 month, the war would end and the president would be assassinated. President Lincoln framed his speech on the moral and religious implications of the war. With its deep philosophical insights, critics have hailed the speech as one of Lincoln's best. As the speech progressed, President Lincoln turned from the divisive bitterness at the war's roots to the unifying task of reconciliation and reconstruction. In the speech's final paragraph, the president delivered his prescription for the nation's recovery. And I quote, "With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan, to do all which may achieve and cherish a just and lasting peace among ourselves and with all nations." With the words, "to care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan," President Lincoln affirmed the government's obligation to care for those injured during the war and to provide for the families of those who perished on the battlefield. Lincoln's immortal words became the VA motto in 1959.
I was born in Sheridan, and whenever I come back, I always feel like I'm coming home. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. A time, as we have heard, of significance in our history, as it was at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month that the Allied and German governments signed the armistice agreement that ended World War I, a war that saw service of 4.7 million Americans worldwide. Yesterday, however, November 10th, was also a significant day, the Marine Corps birthday. But back to today, originally Armistice Day, commemorated the end of World War I in 1918. As we heard, it was changed to Veterans Day after World War II and Korea. President Eisenhower noted that the change was so we could honor veterans of all wars who contributed much to the preservation of this nation. Today, it's not about just those who fought, but about all those who served. A veteran is a fellow citizen, an ordinary person who at one significant point in his or her life made out a blank check payable to the United States of America. This check is good for any amount up to and including life itself. So as you go about your day-to-day and every day, take the opportunity to thank a veteran. In closing, I would ask you to join me in prayer. Lord, hold our troops in your hands, those far away and those here at home. Protect them as they protect us. Bless not only those now serving, but those who have served. Bless them and their families for the selfless acts they perform for us in our time of need and every day. Amen.